Okay, so I'm going to make this quick video on how to use a lexicon on logos. And this is just going to be a brief video. I'm going to share my screen with you and walk you through the steps that you'll be using in my class assignment. So just for those who've never used a lexicon before, or maybe you've never even heard the term and wondering what in the world is a lexicon, really think of it as a dictionary. So in an English dictionary, we can look up words, their meanings, how they're used, that kind of stuff. A lexicon is the same as a dictionary, but it can be specific to a group or a category. So you can have a Greek lexicon. You can also have a Koine or Koine Greek lexicon, so specific to the New Testament. You can have a Hebrew lexicon. And that's going to be the most common in biblical studies is you're going to have Hebrew and Greek lexicons. Those will be the most common you'll use as a student. And so those lexicons, it's a dictionary, but it's specific to the language subset that you're trying to get information on. And so it's going to be in alphabetical order according to the language you're in. And so for students, sometimes it can be very hard to get the ball rolling and start using these because you have to kind of go through a process of at least learning the Hebrew alphabet, things like that. But technology has made things much easier. Logos is one of those things that has made it very simple, very easy to use a lexicon. And so I would like to show you how a few quick ways you can do that. And I'm going to share my screen here and show you how I would personally do it. But also, I just want to make a note that Logos is very user friendly and it also is very customizable. So if you don't like the way I do it, uh, you can choose your own method. So this is where your home screen is. This is how it's going to typically start out. And there's a couple ways. So one, if you're just wanting to dive into and want to do a research paper, very simple. It has this search bar right here. And you can type in the passage that you're wanting to look at. And so once you type that in, I just hit go. And it's going to pull up all of these things here. So see, it's given me a passage guide with all of these tabs. It's also given me this section right here with a commentary already open to the passage. It's opened up multiple Bible translations to the passage. You see right here, it's even still processing, giving you tons of info, things like that that you can find. Now, that's one way, and you can use that for all your papers, anything that you're studying. You can just type in a passage you're working on right there in the search bar. But what I want to show you here, so we'll go back to our home screen, is for assignment with a lexicon, the simplest way is the guides right here. So you have docs, guides, tools. If you go to guides, click on it, you want to go to the exegetical guide. Now, there is the Bible Word Study Guide, which you can access a lexicon through that. However, the exegetical guide is the easiest one to get specific to a passage or location that you're wanting to study. And so you click on that exegetical guide, and I'm going to eliminate these here. They have them open from my previous search. But right here you have Genesis 2:2, and you see how it's Logos is intelligent. I already typed that in my previous study, so it automatically jumps. And it'll even jump if you have the Bible open to a specific passage and you open up the exegetical guide, it will go to the passage that you have open on your screen right then. But if I type in Genesis 2:2, hit the go button here, it is going to bring up, and you can put multiple verses in here, but for just one verse, all of these tabs we can talk about another day, but this is the one you want, is word by word. And so when that word by word tab drops down, here you have the Hebrew and you have the English right here side by side. And that's very easy for students to be able to access words in a lexicon. All you have to do is hover. So I'm not clicking right now, but every time I hover over a word, you see how it highlights the Hebrew on the other side. So that way you can go right to the word you're looking for. It has all the words down here that you could scroll through. But again, if you don't know Hebrew or Greek, that will make sense to you. But you can just hover over the words you want. And so we're going to look at the word for rested. I can click on that and it will jump down. So you see that when I clicked on it, it jumped down right here in this highlighted one. So this is black. this blue highlighted one is where it jumped down to. And so I can look at this word. It's showing me everything I need to really know right here on it in a general sense. It's giving me different the basics of the word, the root, and all that kind of stuff. But here's where you need to find your lexicons. All of these, and here I can click on the More tab, all of these are lexicons. And so I can hover over them. If I'm wanting to look at a number of them all at once and decide which one, I can look at this one, and you see how it just pops up to that passage. Hover over this one, it's going to pop up. Hover over this one, it'll pop up. And that can give you a general sense. All lexicons will have a different focus. They're made for different reasons, and so they'll focus on sometimes a different part of a word study, or maybe they'll do a history of the word before they give you a basic definition. So they're organized different ways, and so you'll find that some of them you'll prefer over others. But with logos, so you come over here to this lexicon, and if I click on it, it's going to open up this book over here. Okay, so it's now opened up the lexicon, and I don't even have to know Hebrew. It has taken me, I don't have to know the alphabet to find it in the lexicon in alphabetical order. When I click on it in my exegetical guide, it immediately opens right to the word that I need. And here I can read all of this information. And so it's going to give me all the info. Different lexicons will give you an exhaustive list of where those words are used. And so you can see all of the different examples here. And I'm just scrolling through this fast. But it's going to show you in all the different forms what it can mean. And so that's where you want to know what form it's used over here in the actual passage, the actual verse that you found it in. So that's just a quick, easy way to use logos. I hope that it's simple enough that you can get started. There's all kinds of things that we can do, and I'll try to update you with some more videos for class as we go through the semester, but that will get you started on your translation assignment.